Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.
What does the phrase sorry, not sorry mean?
Oh, that's a fun one. Sorry, not sorry is basically when someone apologizes, but then immediately shows they don't really mean it, like they're being sarcastic or defiant. So they'll say sorry, but their tone or body language makes it clear they'd probably do the same thing again if they could. It's a bit cheeky, honestly. What got you thinking about that phrase?
Where does the phrase sorry, not sorry come from?
Nice. So it sounds like you're describing a place you're really enjoying.
Where do people use the phrase sorry, not sorry?
No worries. Anything you want to share?
How is sorry, not sorry different from a real doggy?
You're asking how the meaning of sorry changes over time or in different situations? Well, historically, sorry used to mean something closer to regretful or causing grief, like you'd say, I'm sorry for your loss. Now it's used for everything, from a genuine apology to just being polite when you bump into someone on the street. The word itself is really old. It comes from Old English sorig, meaning sorrowful. But over centuries, it's become more casual and we use it much more often. So, what feels like a small difference in the word's meaning actually shows. Okay, got it. So, it sounds like the audio's being a bit fuzzy. That happens sometimes.
In what situation is sorry, not sorry commonly used?
So, where do people typically say sorry, not sorry? It's usually used when people are being a bit playful or defiant. You'd hear it more from younger people, maybe in high school or college or on social media. It's kind of like a way of saying, yeah, I did that thing, but I'm not actually regretting it. Sometimes it's used with a bit of sarcasm too, you know. Do you hear it being used somewhere specific where you are?
What emotion can this phrase express?
I mean, what emotion does sorry, not sorry express? That's a really good question. I'd say it's a kind of rebellious amusement. Like you're amused by your own defiance. There's definitely a confidence there and maybe a little bit of pride in sticking to what you want, even if other people don't approve. It's kind of a refusal to take genuine responsibility. So it can also come across as mildly provocative. Do you think that captures it?
Is sorry, not sorry considered good way?
Yeah, I'm not quite following. Are you asking if sorry, not sorry is the same as good morning or good day? I think those are pretty different. Good morning is just a polite greeting. It doesn't have any of that rebellion or defensiveness that sorry, not sorry has. It's just a nice way to start the day, whereas sorry, not sorry is kind of.
How does tone affect the meaning of sorry, not sorry?
I'm struggling to understand your question there. Could you maybe rephrase it? I'm not sure I caught all those words clearly. I think you said Chol and something. I'm still not getting the connection there. Are you tying sorry, not sorry into something about it's okay if the idea is not coming through clearly? Sometimes it happens when we're switching gears between thoughts. 어느가? In the world is good. Um, I'm not what you mean by we don't have something, the video. Are you trying to tell me something about a video you're working on or something you're missing?
What are some alternatives to sorry not sorry?
Hmm. What kind of other things are you wondering about? Are you thinking about topics we could talk about? Or things that mean the same as sorry, not sorry, or something else entirely?
How does culture influence the use of praise?
Yes.
How does culture influence the use of this praise?
How does the government want the use of what place exactly? I'm not quite sure what this place refers to.
How has the use of sorry not sorry changed over time?
I think you're asking about how people have changed society or what impact people have had on our way of life over time. That's a huge question. How people are organized in societies and communicate over the years has totally shifted. What got you thinking about this question specifically?
How does Bobby language support this praise?
Hmm, let me look that up quickly. I'm not coming up with anything about a Bobby Lange or stopping the press. It looks like there might be a Laura Lange, who is a voice actress in Italy, but nothing about someone stopping anything with the press.
Can sorry not sorry create misunderstanding? How?
That's a really good point. Sorry, not sorry does cause misunderstanding pretty easily because of that push pull thing where you're apologizing, but also rejecting responsibility. So someone might say it in what they think is playful or defiant way, but the other person actually takes it as rude or dismissive, or sometimes it's just confusing because you don't know if they're genuinely upset or being sarcastic. It's those mixed signals that make it pretty slippery language, wouldn't you say?
How does this praise confidence or changing?
I'm not quite catching how all that connects. Could you break it down maybe? You mentioned a place and change of dance. I'm not sure what you're asking about there.
What role does sarcasm play
Yes?
in sorry not sorry?
You want some other examples of what sorry can mean beyond just saying sorry versus sorry, not sorry? Sure, like saying I'm sorry to hear that to show sympathy or saying I'm sorry I didn't understand. That's just asking for clarification. There's I'm sorry for your loss, for grief, for just the polite sorry when you bump into someone. They all use the word, but the emotional weight is totally different depending on the situation.
How is the how is this praise used in online communication?
I think this
How
press, give me a sec. So, from what I'm reading, this press thing, or more generally, online communication right now in 2026 is really shifting. Short videos are big, but surprisingly, there's also a move back towards longer, more in depth content. And a lot of it is driven by AI, which is helping personalize things for people. But there's also this feeling that people actually prefer content made by real people, not computers. Plus, people are moving conversations to private messaging spaces instead of just public platforms like social media. Does any of that sound like what you were curious about?
can sorry not sorry affect relationships? Play.
I can't parse that. Do you mind rephrasing? It sounds like can sorry or not sorry effect, and then something about chips in play, but I'm not sure what connection you're making.
How does this praise
Yes?
action
What were you
modern
gonna say?
connection? stylish,
I think I got some of that, but not all of it. Did you say connection and stylish? Is there a word or phrase I should clarify from your question?